I have always wondered, but who else is thinking that maybe Hanks is the father of Clara's daughter, Benny? They always say that poverty can end, but not stupidity. The moral lesson today that we want to learn is that if we have people like Jonathan, Big Joe, in our lives, this Jonathan's type, they never grow spiritually. Jealousy always kills them, even if you give them the whole world. Clara and Hanks, remember, when you are eating with the devil, you should use a very long spoon. So you two should be very careful about Big Joe. Clara, you know that your husband, Big Joe, Jonathan, is a monster. And even though Clara's best friend, Debbie, is wicked towards her, she was telling her the truth about not trusting her husband. Jonathan, Big Joe, handsome looking, but a very disgruntled character. Jonathan Big Joe is evil. He is arrogant and he has a very bad mouth. Hank's story is nothing too fantastic, but some of us think that Hanks is out to do nothing more than to destroy this couple called Clara and Jonathan. Because some people will think that if Hanks really wanted to compensate Clara, then Hanks should have given her enough money and Hanks would have looked for his own wife. But Clara, your husband is not who you think he is. Be wise. Before you help married women, Mr. Hanks, inform their husbands. Any help you want to render to a married woman, make sure her husband is present to avoid accusations that have happened in this most scary marriage ever. Please, thank you. Debbie, she really said the right thing for the first and only time. Mr. Kennedy is saying the right thing about Jonathan because Jonathan has evil intentions. And that one is very scary because Clara is doing all of her best to help her husband. But is Clara's best good enough? As for Mr. Emeka, your days are numbered because Emeka is not a good friend. And also, Mr. Hanks, please next time, don't be foolish about people like Big Joe, Jonathan, because they are snakes under green grass. So beware. Please, oh. Hanks, we know that you are not a fool. Thank goodness for that. I don't care how much you love someone, but my Flicks to Click fans, you should never do what Clara did. Clara should have never gone to Hanks to ask for a job for Jonathan, not even for her daughter, Benny. Yes, because Jonathan can get his lazy butt up and go and find his own job. Finding a job for Jonathan isn't Clara's job, nor her responsibility. See now, as Jonathan claims he's the man in their relationship. So if Jonathan, Big Joe, is the man, my Flicks to Click fans, does he not need to go out there and get his own means of employment? And although, again, I'll say, Debbie is a snake, this time she was right in everything she said to Clara, that her husband is a dangerous snake. Hey, don't trust him, Clara, please, because leopards don't change their spots. I beg, But Mr. Hanks, why did you want to destroy that family? This Big Joe and his wife, Clara. Why? Yes, because I believe that you wanted to destroy that family because you still had romantic eyes on a married woman like Clara. My Flicks to Click fans. A man has said once, I cannot stand seeing my wife hugging another man. For what? Nonsense. You are there digging your own grave. At your own risk, Mr. Hanks, by employing Jonathan. The planet of olden days, when women were waiting on men to provide, while they, the women, were dying with the children in their hunger. These days, things like that don't happen. And Mr. Hanks needs to let this creep, Mr. Big Joe, Go. He should have fired his ass for his disrespectful behavior. Please, my Flicks to Click fans, I beg, don't blame the mother in any way. I don't think there's a normal mother with all her senses who will advise her daughter, who's married to, a man like Jonathan, to be moving with her ex. Secondly, remember that what Clara did to her parents by stealing and selling their properties secretly in order to send Hanks abroad. You see, there is no reason why Mama Clara is against what Clara is doing. Because that land that Clara sold, remember, it was given to Clara by who? By her father, who is deceased for that matter. And Clara sold it to help Hanks. Did she steal the land? No, Clara did not steal the land. See, the days that when women sit down in foolishness, all in the name of marriage, is day over. Clara did what she had to do to feed her family and to not be evicted from her house. That is why she collected money from Mr. Hanks. Does her mother need to stay out of her marital life? Maybe. And we all seem to forget that Hanks is very grateful for what Clara did to him. That is why he is here, and that is why he is now with Clara. He is not an ingrate, unlike Jonathan, who wasted all the money that Clara, his wife, gave to him to invest in a business. Clara deserves better than what Jonathan has been exhibiting to her and her daughter. Clara and her daughter Benny, they got too many slaps, I beg. Clara, let Big Joe Jonathan go. Jonathan, he does not deserve his wife. He is arrogant and he is too proud. Jonathan's mission? Oh, on Hanks, it was dead on arrival. Because Big Joe Jonathan was just frustrated, he was jealous, and he was confused. At that point, I wish that Hanks could have fired him. Blah, 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 says Jonathan. And he continues to proceed to act like a child. Pride is that character that ruins people's lives without them knowing. Yes, more especially when you are senseless. You have a jealous mindset. That's exactly what Jonathan is suffering from. First, you are at work and you want to fulfill evil plans, evil plans on another human being. Senseless. Telling your boss he is late. Apart from that, you are sitting in his office with your legs on the table, drinking coffee. Hey! Wow, 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 wow. See where pride and senselessness is. It is in Jonathan's head, Big Joe. And see what pride and senselessness can do to a human being. My Flicks to Click fans, do you know all the signs and symptoms of an abusive partner? If you don't know it, I'll pin it in the comment section below this video. It is a free download. Learn it to prevent abuse to your family, to your friend, to your neighbor, in fact, to humanity. And click on this next video, and I'll see you again a bit later. I love you all. Bye.